All right, I want to bring in Tyler Grant. He's a lawyer and legal analyst in New York and joins us now. Tyler, this is a complicated case. Can you just start by clarifying for us what this lawyer is accusing the organization of?
So from what I understand, this lawyer is a person that has investigated the different Catholic parishes. He's been a person that is on the front lines trying to find out sexual abusers in different organizations across the country. I'm not entirely sure what he means by a perversion file. What I would surmise he means is that the Boy Scouts of America did something to scrub their internal personnel files of different volunteers, whether it be men or women, and that were known to be maybe sexual predators or had abused a child in the past, and had purged their files of that person, rather than make authorities or relevant community leaders aware of the sexual abuser. A lot of what he's uncovered has been dated back to what I think I read 1944. So a lot of it is past what certainly if people would be legally culpable for with different statute of limitations. But I think what he's trying to draw attention to is the fact that the Boy Scouts of America didn't have a system in place to find and identify sexual abusers.
So you can draw a lot of parallels, of course, between the sex abuse cover-up in the Catholic Church and the Boy Scouts of America. In some cases, these scout leaders were let go, but this lawyer is saying that some of them were not made known to authorities and the community. How would that legally be allowed to happen if that is in fact the case here? Because the organization is denying this. They're saying that they've reported all of the perpetrators to the police.
Yes, that would be where they would have to adjudicate that, whether or not the Boy Scouts in fact did do that. It would depend on different jurisdictions. It would depend on the different types of cases, the different levels of abuse. I mean, you go on I'm an Eagle Scout myself. You go on campouts with men. There's different policies about, you're like, for example, you're not allowed to have like a boy sleeping in a tent with a man. It has to be, two boys partner up and they're in a tent on campouts. Adult leaders sleep by themselves. And like depending on the level of abuse, whether or not like that line was blurred somehow, or whether there was actual like physical touching or anything worse than that would be something that would depend upon per jurisdiction, and the level that the Boy Scouts would be culpable and responsible as the organization would depend on what level that is and to what extent that took place and that they knowingly let take place.
We've seen reports, Tyler, that the organization may file for Chapter 11. What would that mean for these cases going forward?
Yeah, the Boy Scouts have been under a lot of financial pressure for years now. I have my own theories about why that is, and a lot of that is to do with the breakdown of not having male volunteers and not having adult volunteers, and then losing interest in the way that they're able to like recruit people to join the organization. I think if they go to Chapter 11 bankruptcy, I'm not exactly sure about how recovery looks. I do know that the way that they would liquidate their assets would certainly, I think it would perhaps be dispersed among victims depending on where they are in their litigation. I don't think that there would be zero recovery, but it would be limited recovery.
All right, Tyler Grant, really appreciate you being with us to break down that case for us. Appreciate you being with us. Thanks for that. Well, in South Africa,